The night I discovered my husband was cheating on me, he wasn't the first person I called. The first person I called was the woman who carried him in her womb for 9 months, and that phone call changed our lives forever. My name is Elena, and the story I'm about to tell you is about how a woman formed an alliance with the most unexpected ally to plan the perfect revenge. It all started that Tuesday evening. Marcus had left the house saying, "I'll be working late at the office," as usual. I had heard this sentence thousands of times in our 12-year marriage. But this time was different. This time, I followed him. I followed him from a distance in my car. He didn't go to the office. He went to a luxury hotel on the other side of town, and there she was, waiting for him. A woman in her mid-20s with long blonde hair, breathtakingly beautiful. I saw him kiss her. I saw him hold her hand. I saw them enter the hotel together. All the memories of our 12-year marriage shattered like glass fragments at that moment. When I returned home, my hands were shaking. I wanted to cry but couldn't. I wanted to get angry but didn't have the strength to be angry. There was just an empty feeling inside me, as if my soul had left my body. I picked up my phone. I wanted to call Marcus. I wanted to confront him, question him, demand answers. But then I stopped. Why? Because Marcus would gaslight me. He would say, "You're imagining things. You misunderstood. Your mind is confused," just like he had done for 12 years. That's how he had suppressed all my doubts, all my intuitions. But this time was different. This time I had a witness. This time I had proof. And this time, it wasn't just me. I found Margaret's number in my phone contacts. Marcus's mother, 67 years old, retired teacher, a principled woman. She had never really liked me. She thought Marcus had married someone beneath his level. But now, she needed to know too. The phone rang, rang. "Hello?" Margaret's voice came through, groggy with sleep. "Margaret, it's Elena. I'm sorry for calling so late, but it's very important." "Elena, it's past midnight. What happened?" I took a breath. This wasn't going to be easy. "It's about Marcus. I saw him with another woman at a hotel together." Silence. A long silence. "Are you sure?" Margaret's voice had changed. It was no longer groggy with sleep. "I'm sure. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw him kiss her, hold her hand, enter the hotel together." Silence again. "Are you at home?" asked Margaret. "Yes." "I'm coming. Don't do anything. Don't go anywhere. I'll be there in 20 minutes. She hung up. 20 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. Margaret was there, wearing a coat over her robe, her hair disheveled. But there was a determination in her eyes, a kind of determination I had never seen before. "Tell me everything from the beginning," she said as soon as she sat down. I told her. Every detail. Where I saw them, what they did, what the woman looked like. Margaret didn't speak, just listened. "Who is this woman?" she finally asked. "I don't know. I'd never seen her before." Margaret took out her phone and called a number. "Lisa? It's your Aunt Margaret. I know I woke you up, but it's urgent. You know who Marcus is, right? Good. Now listen carefully. I need you to follow him. Yes, now. Call all the luxury hotels in the city. Ask if there's a reservation under Marcus Hamilton. Yes, now. Call me immediately." She hung up and turned to me. "Lisa is my brother's daughter, a private investigator. We'll handle this." I was surprised. I hadn't expected Margaret to act so quickly. "Why?" I asked. "Why are you helping me? You never liked me." Margaret looked at me, a different expression in her eyes. Whether I like you or not doesn't matter, Elena. Marcus is my son, and I raised him to be an honorable man. If he's cheating on you, this is a failure of my upbringing, and I cannot tolerate failure. At that moment, I began to see Margaret with different eyes. This woman wasn't just an angry mother. This woman was a principled warrior. The phone rang. It was Lisa. "I found it," Margaret said as soon as she answered the phone. "Grand Metropolitan Hotel. There's a suite reservation under Marcus Hamilton, room 1247. Margaret hung up and turned to me. "Now let's plan what we're going to do." For the next 2 hours, Margaret and I made a perfect plan. This wasn't just about exposing the affair. This was about Marcus being held accountable in every area of his life. Margaret knew Marcus's childhood friends, work colleagues, his entire social circle, and we planned to use this circle. First step, finding out who the woman was. Margaret went to the hotel the next day. She sat in the lobby and waited. When Marcus and the woman came out, Margaret followed them. The woman entered a nearby workplace. Margaret followed her in and gathered information. The woman's name was Sophia Carter. 26 years old, marketing specialist. And most importantly, she worked at a firm that was a client of Marcus's company. Second step, gathering evidence. With Lisa's professional equipment, all of Marcus's meetings were photographed. Every kiss, every touch, every intimate moment was recorded. Third step, social circle operation. Margaret called Sandra, the wife of Tom, Marcus's closest friend. She told Sandra everything. Sandra was shocked because Marcus always projected the image of a perfect husband. Then she called Helen, the mother of Peter, Marcus's university friend. Helen was also surprised because Marcus had told Peter just last week, "Elena and I are very happy." One by one, all the women in Marcus's social circle were informed, and they were all surprised because Marcus had been telling different stories to each of them. Fourth step, work-life operation. Margaret had a golf acquaintance with Michelle, the wife of Robert, Marcus's boss. She explained the situation to Michelle. Michelle told her husband. Robert was very angry because Marcus was mixing personal relationships while doing business with the firm where Sophia worked. This was an ethical violation and against company policies. Fifth step, family operation. Margaret called Alex, Marcus's brother. Alex initially didn't want to believe it, but when Margaret sent the photos, he was shocked. Alex had always respected Marcus because he saw him as a faithful husband. Sixth step, financial operation. Margaret advised me to immediately close joint accounts and cancel Marcus's credit cards. She also told me to put valuable items in the house in a safe place. I followed Margaret's advice to the letter. A week later, everything was ready. Everyone in Marcus's life had learned the truth. His work colleagues, friends, family, even the neighbors. But Marcus didn't know yet. That Friday evening, when Marcus came home, everything was normal. We ate dinner together, watched TV. He said he was going to play golf with friends tomorrow. Of course, it was a lie. Tomorrow, he was meeting Sophia. "Have fun," I said with a smile. Saturday morning, after Marcus left, Margaret came. We made the final preparations together. At 2 o'clock, Marcus's phone rang. From Tom. "Marcus, I know where you are. I know you're with Sophia, and I think this is unacceptable." Marcus panicked. How had he found out? Then Peter called. "Marcus, what the hell are you doing? Elena is a wonderful woman. What are you doing?" Then Alex called. "Marcus, you've disappointed me. Go home immediately and apologize to Elena." Then his boss, Robert, called. "Marcus, I want you in my office Monday morning. We have serious matters to discuss." Marcus's phone wouldn't stop ringing. Everyone was calling him. Everyone knew. When he came home in the evening, Margaret and I were waiting in the living room. "Hello, Marcus," Margaret said in a cold voice. Marcus froze. Seeing his mother here was the last thing he expected. "Mom, Elena, Sophia Carter," Margaret said. 26 years old, marketing specialist. You've been together for 6 months. You meet every Tuesday and Friday. Grand Metropolitan Hotel, Suite 1247. Marcus's face went pale. "How did I—" "For 6 months you cheated on Elena," Margaret continued. "For 6 months you lied. For 6 months you were two-faced." Marcus turned to me. "Elena, please let me explain." "Explanation time is over, Marcus," I said in a calm voice. "Now it's time to face the consequences." Margaret stood up. "The divorce papers are on the table. Sign them." "Mom, what are you—" "I said sign." There was a harshness in Margaret's voice I had never heard. "I raised you to be an honorable man. You trampled on these values. You are no longer my son." This was the heaviest blow. When Marcus saw the disappointment in his mother's eyes, he collapsed. "Mom, please." "Sign and get out of this house." Marcus started crying. A 38-year-old man was crying in front of his mother. "Elena, please forgive me. I made a mistake. I want to make amends." I looked at him. All the memories of our 12-year marriage passed before my eyes. Good times, bad times, dreams we built together. "Marcus," I said, "you didn't just cheat on me. You cheated on everyone who believed in us. You cheated on the values your mother gave you. You cheated on your own conscience." He signed the papers. He packed his bag. As he walked toward the door, he turned around. "Elena, I really—" "Go, Marcus," Margaret said, "and never set foot in this house again." Marcus left. That night, Margaret and I opened a bottle of wine. "Thank you, Margaret," I said. "I thank you, Elena. You showed me my son's true face. This was painful, but a necessary lesson." "What happens now?" "Now you're going to build a new life, and I'm going to support you." I turned to look at her. "Are you serious?" "Elena, the teamwork we did together this past week, I had never done with anyone. You are a strong, intelligent, and determined woman. Marcus losing you is his loss." At that moment, I realized that sometimes your biggest enemies can become your biggest allies. A year later, I had started a new business. Margaret had become my business partner. We had opened a women's counseling company together. We provided legal and psychological support to women who had been cheated on. Marcus, on the other hand, was trying to put his life back together. He had lost his job because it came to light that he had abused his business relationship with Sophia's firm. He had lost his friends because they learned he wasn't trustworthy. And most importantly, he had lost his mother. Sophia had also left Marcus because she didn't know Marcus was married. Marcus had lied to her too, introducing himself as single. Today, Margaret and I are very good friends. We even go shopping together on weekends. She stopped being my mother-in-law and became a close friend. This experience taught me that sometimes when you try to seek justice alone, you can become powerless. But when you unite with the right allies, nothing can stop you. Marcus cheated on me as a woman, but Margaret and I stood up to him as two strong women, and we were the winners. If you're being cheated on, know that you're not alone. There are other people seeking justice too, and sometimes help comes from the most unexpected places. Margaret was right. I was a strong, intelligent, and determined woman. I just needed to realize it. And now every day I feel this way about myself because real power isn't standing alone. Real power is standing together with the right people. This is my story, and I hope every woman listening understands this. You are never alone, and it's never too late to demand the respect you deserve. Sometimes the greatest revenge is simply revealing the truth and staying strong.